Gratitude can be a very powerful frequency that can shift the entire, well, state of your being. Um, and I'm not talking about being grateful for something, although if you're able to tap into gratitude that way, that is awesome. Um, Sometimes for me in the past, when I've tried to think of something or someone I'm grateful for, I've run into walls because it almost feels like I'm trying to effort something that isn't really there in the moment. What I found to be more helpful for me is to actually ask myself the question, is there gratitude here for me? Like, is the frequency, is the energy of that here for me? Can I tap into that? Instead of attaching it to another person or another thing, sometimes it would, if I did that, it would remind me of what I don't have, and then I'd feel worse. But when I ask myself, is there gratitude here for me? It kind of, it shifts. I've noticed it shifts me. It brings me back into my center of my chest, which is like the heart center, um, which is actually another brain, if you didn't know. It actually has like nervous tissue in it. And then I start to get different information than I would get if I'm trying to think about something to be grateful for in my mind. Like I said, if you're able to tap into gratitude by thinking of something or picturing something or someone that you're grateful for, that is wonderful. But for those of us where that hasn't been working, I invite you to try asking that. In my most recent Yoga Nidra video, um, I actually go over a way to tap into gratitude while your body's in that state of very deep rest. And I think it's really cool because it doesn't require you to have to think about something to be grateful for to access gratitude, and to really feel the nourishment of that energy and that frequency. And just when you do end up tapping into gratitude, I really invite you to notice how your body responds to that energy. Like, how does it respond to the energy being there? It's almost like you're exposing yourself to the energy of gratitude as opposed to having to try and create it, even though in a sense you are still co-creating gratitude by asking the question and then feeling it. But it's a way that can possibly bypass that performance block sometimes that at least I have found I've run into with it. And I've personally found that it's helped me really um, have a new relationship with gratitude. So it's not something that is attached with shame, like, oh, I should be grateful for XYZ. But in the moment right now, I'm not feeling that way, you know? It, I found that when I've tried to tap into gratitude, I've either tapped into it with shame attached, which is a very heavy energy, and I'm just like, it's not a pleasant experience at that point for me, which did not help my relationship with gratitude. It didn't feel nourishing at that point. Or I would be on the other end of the spectrum, as I said earlier in the video, where I would be trying really hard with my mind up here to think about things. And even if I truly do have gratitude for that person or that thing, it's hard for me to feel it because I'm like efforting too much up here. Um, and sometimes, in the moment, you're just not grateful for anything, and that's okay, you know? Um, so I encourage you to play around with this idea of exposing yourself to gratitude, like being near it, like being near the energy of it, or just inviting it in. as opposed to thinking of something that you're grateful for. Unless that does work for you, then, keep doing it. Um, so I invite you to check out my Gratitude Yoga Nidra if you want to explore this deeper and in a space where your body's in a state of deep rest and relaxation. Um, Yoga Nidra can be a really powerful way to help open the body up and also relax the mind. So that way you can focus more on what you want to focus on and receive the energy of gratitude as opposed to feeling like you have to chase it or force it or invite it with shame, which really isn't gratitude at all, but it's shame masquerading as that. So I'd love to know your thoughts on this video. Like I said, I'll put a link for the Yoga Nidra gratitude meditation so that we can try it. And I hope to see you guys in another video.